Hello, 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 my loves. How are you guys? How's it going? It's been a wonderful, wonderful day for me. As always, just picking a topic and something that pops into my head is tough love. I have been accused of doing it and I know it because I love it. And I'm going to cut right to it. The best analogy that I can use when it comes to tough love, imagine that you are the seed as we are, but imagine a physical seed. And me, the person who's going to give love to you or pour love into you to plant you or help you ground yourself or anyone else in your life. We all do it for each other and people do it for me. I'm not saying that I'm some person that's any better than anyone else. I'm just saying that awareness of being present and when you're helping someone through something. So with that said, excuse me, I plant the seed. I make sure the soil's proper, foundation's ready. I give you as much as I can. I love you through it. Now, you, the seed, you have to allow the rib of your seed to split in order to sprout, just to even go through the darkness of the groundwork to come to the surface to see yourself. Are you following me? Now, that is the beauty of growth. Now, if anything, when it comes to how you think, how you feel, what you do with your own body, you get an ache in your back. Oh, that hurts. I stop. That's stopping before your seed was able to hatch or crack. Anything that shuts you down. Oh, I'm uncomfortable with that. That's a thought of a seed you just shut down. Oh, I don't know how to do that. I'm stupid. I'm silly. Oh, that's another seed of confidence that you shut down. You have to allow your seeds to take birth. No one said that growth ever felt good. I'm not sure where that came from, where anyone made that illusion. We come out of a birth of screaming in pain through our mothers and into this world of beauty and life. Everything goes through a level of pain that is beauty. There's a beautiful pain. Pain has its ugly side, which is the grossness and the healing process and the stuff we do in between. But pain is beautiful because pain teaches you what you should appreciate and have empathy for. This is why tough love is necessary. Because I, as the planter of a seed, cannot dig you up because you don't know how to split and I rip you open and then put you back in the ground and you're going to grow. That's not how it works. Universe don't grow that way. Universe is like, nah, baby, they got to do the work. I will support them and nurture them as much as they need to. As long as you're feeling the emotion, you're living it, then you get to grow through it. But when you stop and you coddle the pain, and you expect me, someone you come to as an individual, to listen to your complaints about the things that you have free will over, that's when the tough love comes in. Because you have to remember there's a level of our spirituality that connects to each other that we want to always be vulnerable to each other, but we don't give. There's an expectation applied to it. Well, you should have known, or I should have. I can't believe you made me feel. No, 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 no. I can't make you feel any way you already feel about yourself. It's only a reflection of how you reflect on that emotion. You feel me? So once you take that into a conceptual thought, then you get to decide, here are my boundaries for my ego's sake. As me as an individual, I don't want to be talked to about the same issues over and over and over again that you as an individual have free will to choose to correct. No one's hurting you, no one's stopping you. You're just choosing to not get up and start. That's when the tough love comes in. And that's when you have to do tough love on yourself. There's a lot of times when you overdo it. I'm not saying pep talks are sometimes to chill out too. You can't, pep talks are not always about getting up and being active and doing something always. Pep talks are sometimes about chill out, relax, love yourself, think about yourself, marinate on this moment so that the body can relax and the mind can go in and figure out what it's running around for. Because if you keep the mind running with the body's going to keep running. The body only does what the soul needs. And when we decide to live for the ego and ignore the soul, that's when we start beating ourselves up and not listening to our innate intuition, which is when you feel yourself in a cycle and you reach out to someone like me who's unbiasedly going to tell you the truth, this is when you're ready to come through the earth. This is when you're ready to break your foundation. This is when you're ready to see the air, the light, the landscape, everything around you that produces and gives to you. This is the purpose of life. Tough love is not always going to be received well. And you have to remember, I took this oath a long time ago. I've questioned myself. I've tried to be what we call nice and sweet. I'm a sweet, loving person. But the perception of I have to sit through your agony with you to help you is a myth. That makes no sense. I can be here for you while you go through your agony, and I can support you, and I can realize through empathy that you just need somebody to be presently there with you. But I can't solve anything, and I can't make you do anything. So for someone to come to you over and over and over and not want to try to fix what they say they want to fix, that's someone who loves to just live in the shadow. They swim in it. That's just swimming in the darkness. I don't know where I'm going. I can't see where I'm going. I just know there's something down there that I want to live for, but I'm scared of it, so I don't want to live for it. So I'm not going to explore it. I'm just going to stay up here on the surface and hope that someone saves me. You can't save everybody. And sometimes you can't save yourself, but you can educate yourself. And when you educate yourself, hey, guess what? You get experience, you gain wisdom, and then you learn how to integrate that into your tangible 3D life. The intangible is the 4D, 5D, which is where you're in the ethers of creation of thought. And then you have the 5D, which is a consciousness of connected to the grid of Gaia, which is Mother Earth and everything else that just antanimo. You get an idea, something pops into your head. These pop into your head that never come to you before. These are inventions. There's things that are constantly invented every day that you're like, I never thought of that. But someone thought of that and then they put it into an actual physical form. That's manifestation. That's quantum creation. All these words I throw out are all correlated back to learning how to understand the ebb and flow of being true love is understanding that pain is connected to that. And pain is not bad. It's a duality of it. Just like you have one and two. This is love and this is pain. They're connected on this hand together. But in a dualist reflection, this is my other one. There's love and pain. And this is dark. This is that love and pain where I keep hurting myself and rejecting myself and allowing people to love and hurt me and reject me through the name of love, but it's not love because it's a reflection of what love looks like. You're just playing the puppeteer, baby. But when you are it and you feel it and you know that they're one and the same, then you understand the functionality of the whole. And then you understand the functionality of what you're supposed to do with that whole and representation of self. That's how you understand how to love yourself more. That's how you understand how to get to the quality of peace. That's how you understand how to get quality of silence in your own mind. There's times when we show up and we're really enthusiastic and we want to be happy and have people love us. And then there's this old, like, cool kid like paradigm of, oh, you're talking too much, you're not cool, let's sit here in silence and not interact with each other. But then no one gets what they need, and then they interact and they act on each other's emotions one-on-one, and then you get attached to someone because only you can confide in them. But what about if you actually had a group of people that were your tribe and you just shared your emotions with daily or every other day or once in a while that you were just always open with? This is when you're able to be silently yourself in the randomness of chaos that is the daily life. This is, again, tough love because you have to teach yourself, no, sit here. I don't like this. This is too noisy. Okay, great, it's too noisy. But what can you do to either try and say, hey, I can sit through this noise? And if you try and say, no, I can't because it's aggravating me and I have a purpose I'm trying to fulfill right now, I need to get up and leave. That's okay too. But be honest with it. Don't blame the source of the noise and then get mad at it and then make a bunch of stereotypes attached to it. Just say, hey, how do I feel about this as an individual? I can sit through this. It's not that bad. I've been there. I'm empathetic. Or, you know what? I can't sit through this. I'm empathetic enough, but this is just too much and it's ridiculous. I got to get up and go. It's about self-preservation. Tough love is self-preservation. So anytime you start feeling like you're getting down on yourself, remember, I always call it it's awareness speaking. Well, I'm working on it and I'm getting there. If I'm working on something and I'm getting there, what does that mean? I'm in the process of, but what does that mean? The process of can be step 1 or step 50. I don't know. I just know that you're in the process of not being done, and that's okay. But when you say you're ready, and then you come to the table and somebody shuts it down and say you ain't ready, you're qualified but you're not ready, you get offended. Don't be offended by what you bring as a presentation to yourself from others to reflect on and think this is you. Any way that you do it, if you're sloppy with your presentation, that's what you let people think. That's a character of presentation, but it doesn't mean it's you. You have to own that and be okay with it, but don't feel bad about it. So this is where you have to start loving yourself through the awkward moments of, I don't trust what I'm saying. Okay, you don't trust what you're saying. Why? I'm not comfortable thinking this way. Why? Because I'm not used to talking about my emotions. Why? It's always going to go back to your parents or your and the parents' parents. They didn't talk about their emotions. Whatever. It happens. Or they overly talked about it. Everything's a duality of a perspective of knowing that you're connected to yourself and your intuition to be a funnel and a vessel to the mind's pre-thought and what we call aha moments. When we allow those to come in, we can accept tough love because we know it's coming from a place of wisdom and gift that's going to help teach us for something that we're going to encounter. We may not encounter it now. Don't be offended that someone's telling you about yourself, how they see you, because you think that's who you are up until that point. Be like, you know what? They're giving me something to add to my toolbox. Maybe I don't get it right now. I ain't ever seen this motherfucking tool in my life. But then when they use it, one day they're going to be like, dang, this is what they were talking about. That's what tough love is. One day when you in the trenches and I gave you this tool to get out, you're gonna remember this is what it's for. And then you start recognizing and empathizing and understanding how to be a part of tough love and how to be a part of the balance of love, because tough love is just love. It's all love. At the end of the day, whatever you do in love, do it in a place of actual empathy and genuineness of self. Because if you're empathetic to your own self and you're genuine with your own self, you can't be mad at anybody else because you see it. We're all in a process of learning. But there is a place of, okay, I know this now. Now, how do I connect it to this to make it more? Don't just look at it, okay, I got it, I own it, let me put it on the shelf. No, don't glorify or romanticize anything. See that you have it, put it there, remember you're on a process of completion. And when you complete that thing, now you can put it on your trophy case and keep on going because journey never stops. All right, guys. This was one of those moments of we all have things in our head that we don't really stop to think about. We feel it, and then we hear thoughts, and then we think the thoughts are the feeling. The thoughts are not the feeling. The thoughts are the byproduct of the feeling trying to sort itself out. Allow yourself to sort out what you feel so that you know how to heal. And when you do that, you can listen and let yourself reveal the love that is truly intended for you, no matter how it's delivered to you. All right? I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Besos. Mwah, 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 mwah.